Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Other Ones podcast. This is Trevor Bear 123. I am joined by the Dinosaur Man. Say hi, Dino.
Oh, hi everybody. Howdy.
Yeah, sorry for cutting you off, but I think this episode is gonna be a quick one today. But Pathless Miss couldn't make it today, and I'm sorry. But he's having difficulties. I don't really know the story, so we won't go into it. But
He's doing a thing, okay, guys?
he's doing a thing. Oh God, there's something in my throat.
That's not the question.
It's not. That's yeah. All right. Um. Anyway, I was thinking about like having a new intro, like, "Hey, welcome back to the Other Ones podcast, where we cover everything here and there." In today's time, I don't know, like having like a routine thing, and then a
Nothing
different
special.
person will read it
Yeah.
every time.
Our podcast is already whack as it is.
Yeah, it's already messed up. There's no strategy to this. We just make stuff. Hey, at least we've been able to keep up posting every Sunday. I feel like that within itself is an achievement.
Sorry, but last
Okay. We don't talk about the one before the last podcast. Before the last it was actually the last podcast. Before the last podcast, it was posted on a Monday, but we don't talk about that.
how dare you, Trevor?
Yeah,
Thank you.
like, did you DM me saying it wasn't posted yet?
Yeah, I DM'd you saying, "Hey, hate to break it to you, but I'm actually curious. What did I say?"
That's not the first time I messed up the podcast. I once posted it on my main YouTube channel, and on accident. And yeah, Dino
Uh,
DM'd me on that one too. Like, Trevor, you can't do anything right. Trevor, you suck. And I was crying. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I fixed it. I think we were able to fix that one before Monday, though. So, get it out the same day. So, that was good. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one. Um, Dino and I were actually just talking about superheroes and supervillains. And I think that would be a good topic for today for this short episode. And by short, I mean it's gonna be short, like 10 minutes. Like it's none of those. Oh, this is gonna be a short episode. And it's like 40 minutes long. This is actually gonna be a short episode. I'm sorry, but yeah, we were talking. We were
I love
talking.
you.
We were talking about superheroes and villains, and like Dino was saying how he likes the more realistic versions you see in the movies, and I was saying I love the comic versions. You know, like the wacky costumes and the stuff you'd see in the comics, and we were talking about that, and yeah, that was so. I mean, and I can see some of them because could you imagine like Electro in the movies with like a huge mask with like five electric prongs on it going each direction? Like, have you
What they
seen
do?
have you seen the
I like what
comic
they do.
version of Electro?
What's it called? Yes, I have actually. Isn't it like yellow?
Yeah, he has that like
Yellow.
yellow hat and like suit. It's like the wackiest thing ever. And yeah, let me go ahead and show you show everyone like. Oh, this is a bad photo of it, but I'm gonna
I think they
post it
did
in the
good,
link.
or at least they did really good in the No Way Home anyway. I haven't seen the original Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man that had
The Amazing Spider-Man.
in the movie anyway. That
Yeah, the
had
Amazing Spider-Man is what had Electro in it.
yeah. Well, they did. I know they. So I haven't seen that one in a while, but I know
Yeah,
they
it's
did
been a
really
few
good with
years.
No Way Home Spider-Man
Yeah,
because
this one.
they made it. They made like actual like whenever he was, they actually made it look like electricity was coming out of space. It looked really cool. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked like that. It was awesome. But no, obviously that one. Yeah, that one's cool. But I like the again, I love the
it's cool.
realistic
It's
stuff.
cool for the comics, but like when it comes into movies, you wouldn't want to see that because that can't really pull that off without it just being wacky and like not like a funny way either. It's just weird.
It just looks out of place. It just looks like useless. It looks like just like inefficient on a it just
Yeah, but it,
yeah.
it does look good if you're like talking comic wise. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine the movie Electro in the comics because to draw that, it really wouldn't be putting that much character into it. It's just a blue guy.
One thing I will say though that I don't know if you guys haven't seen the Batman movie, go watch it. It's really good, but and it's not really spoiling, but for what they did for the design of the Riddler, I was kind of down on it because I really like the design of the Riddler as it is. I love the design of the Riddler, but they kind of just took that all away. They just came up with something fresh, which I'm down. It's all right. It's not. I mean, I still like the design and I still like the
Yeah.
concept. I love what they did with the character in the movie, but for the design wise, I was kind of like, I liked it. I liked the suit, the green suit, and everything. And obviously, you guys know I love suits and the hat and everything was awesome. But it's not the end of the world anyway.
Yeah. I also
I like what
vibe
they did
with
with it.
the older
What?
version of the Riddler. Only because like that's the Riddler you see in like the Arkham games or like the comics. I posted like this looks to be like Jim Carrey's Riddler, maybe a fan drawing, a well detailed drawing. Is that a picture? I can't tell. It doesn't look like a photo. It looks
It's
like a
Photoshop.
drawing. Yeah, it's definitely not. Like, it's definitely altered, but that's like the suit I love because I love the Arkham games as a kid, Batman Arkham Asylum and all that. But the new Riddler, I agree. Just like when you say Riddler, I'm not gonna think of the new Riddler. When you say Riddler, I'm gonna think of this guy with like the cane with the question mark on it and his like crazy hat.
This one, I like this one.
Yeah, I mean, I do love that they tried to do something new with the Batman.
Yeah,
Um,
I do. And I wasn't expecting it, no. It was cool, but I
like
just love the suit and the green suit and everything. And, I have a I really like suits, if you couldn't tell.
I don't know about this new guy though. The new Riddler, he looks more like a serial killer to me.
Yeah,
Like
and I liked
that's
how
like
they
Hannibal type stuff.
yeah, I liked how they made him look insane. I liked how they made him, like, literally insane, like, not he acts and certainly looks like is it a sociopath. He knew what he was doing and everything. He was uh, he was really is it sociopath or psychopath?
Yeah,
Which one is the one where they just know and they are really smart on the way they do it? Well, they
a
handle things.
sociopath.
Sociopath, yeah.
Yeah, he really reminds me of this guy, Hannibal Lecter.
Uh,
Like serial killer type stuff.
yeah. I like how I liked how in the by the way, it's not really spoilers, but it does we're talking about the movie where he knew what he was doing on going through them like in the movie he knew exactly what he would uh like he planned it all out and it was awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't help but like feel like I was not really watching Batman. It felt like more like a Jigsaw movie, and at times, not like all of it, but like at parts of it, it was just like, am I really watching Batman or is this like a Saw movie? Because
I
like
disagree. I think they did it pretty. I think they did a pretty good job.
it just wasn't a band.
I was kind of worried that they were gonna make it more jigsaw but it was kind of good the way it was. They did. I think they did the character phenomenally.
I
But
mean,
the,
Riddler always has had that Jigsaw aspect to him. Like not really
not
like
in his older comics,
Jigsaw in the comics too. He
not
would
in the older comics. But in the newer comics, they kind of like, oh yeah, we got to make this guy more serious. They couldn't just
yeah, but
couldn't
like
just put
that's
riddles in his in his what's it called crime scenes. They couldn't he couldn't just do that. So they tried to make him jigsaw you like. Which I mean I like the idea of and in the movie they did both. They
yes.
did both. They put riddles in the crime scene.
But I feel like in the movie they were like I get like what you're saying they're trying to make it more serious, but like they made it far too serious in the movie because the Riddler always has had that silliness aspect to him.
Yeah.
He's a silly guy. He's a funny, silly guy, and I feel like that's what they lacked in the movie. But
Riddle me this, Batman.
yeah,
Wanting
like
to do that for so long on a
but yeah,
recording.
like the
Riddle
Arkham
me that.
picture you posted that's by far my favorite
Yeah.
Batman version of the Riddler. Him in
Yeah.
The Arkham games and the Arkham comics.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, that in the arc, especially in the Arkham games, it's really good.
Because like he still has that aspect of seriousness to him. It's like, but like he still has the silliness. It's like the perfect of both worlds. And I'm actually like the only reason I don't like the Arkham games Riddler is because of the stupid Riddler trophies in the Arkham Knight. I'm sorry. I can't get behind that. There's so many. They're so annoying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Other than that, Riddler, you're such a good guy, but that was a cruel joke having that many Riddler trophies everywhere. Oh god.
It's right.
By the way, I've never completed Arkham Knight just because of the Riddler trophies.
I've only watched a person, like I think friend play it, and I never actually really played it myself.
Yeah, for like the 100% ending, I just like watched a YouTube video of it because like I could not get the 100% because I couldn't get all the Riddler trophies. Like those things are difficult. Not just like
Riddler's just
difficult,
a
but they're like
painful
everywhere.
villain.
Repetitive. One of the most repetitive tasks you could give somebody. Like I really thought Batman Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, like 100% that was repetitive. But that is nothing compared to the Batman Arkham Knight game. Like, have you ever played the DC Lego games?
I have, yeah.
Like, I've mastered Lego Superheroes 2, or like Lego Avengers. I've Lego Batman 1, and I did Lego Batman 2. I haven't done DC Lego Batman 3, but Lego Batman 2 was very repetitive because like there were golden bricks everywhere. But like Lego Batman 2 like really set the bar for Lego games. Do you remember Lego Batman 2?
Yeah, actually I have it on my Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's actually where I had it too. Xbox. Um, yeah. So basically, it was like I'm pretty sure it came out in like 2012, 2013 ish.
I
It really like
think you're right.
it was one of the first games to like include dialogue as well as like the open world aspect. It wasn't the first to include the open world aspect, but it was one of the first that really like normalized it. I love that part of it, the open world. It's a great game because you can go to Arkham, you can go to Gotham in that
You
game.
Yeah, it is pretty yeah, it's pretty cool. But it is not my favorite Lego game. I bet you could probably guess which one's my favorite.
Oh god, I actually just don't really like Lego Jurassic Park. I'm sorry.
Well, shame. Shame
Like
on you. Shame on you.
I like
Don't
the
even talk
one
to
they
me.
made
Shame
for
on you.
Jurassic World.
The only problem I do have with it is I will they don't have the other 2 movies that came out after it, Fallen Kingdom, and well, not when I say 2 movies, it's not gonna have Dominion in it. When I said 2 movies, Dominion's not out yet, but it's not gonna have Dominion in it either, so
One of the big problem with a lot of these Lego games is when you do try to do that dialogue, it either makes or breaks the game. Good voice actors.
Mhm.
And it's not that like I'm searching for the voice actors to be exactly like the actors that you base the game off of, but like I do want some similarities. It's like the game is made based off the movie, and you can't just like make, I don't know,
Jurassic
Iron
Park.
Man British and like
Yeah.
expect me to like it.
I would like to see a British Iron Man.
No, Dino wants a British Iron Man, but
What the tea? Pow.
yeah, I was gonna try a British accent and be like, what's his name, Jarvis?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jarvis, initiate code Iron Spider. I don't. Yeah, I
I don't
can't. I
think that's a
can't.
British accent,
No,
man.
it's not. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to embarrass myself, which I've already done. Um,
Yeah, you're kind of too late for that.
yeah, Lego Jurassic World was all right. Um,
Well, clearly clearly, there's something wrong with you, man.
there's
Because that
something
was an
wrong with
amazing
you.
game.
You don't. Your favorite's not one of the Lego superhero games?
No, it's dinosaurs. What did you expect?
From you, I guess I can expect that, but like, superheroes are amazing, and like, they've all. I mean, dinosaurs, yeah, they're a big part of every boy's, at least, childhood. We're gonna generalize here. I know, like, there shouldn't be any gender specific anything, but dinosaurs are commonly liked by younger boys. Like we all had our dinosaur lampshades, dinosaur rugs. Dino still has all that stuff. He just never grew out of
Thanks.
that phase that we all
Thanks.
had. Um, but we all loved dinosaurs as a little boy. Like girls loved Barbie, but like this is very gender specific, and I'm sorry. Yeah, call me like a misogynist or something, but like that's the
Yeah, shame
truth.
on you. Go
Um,
all if any female paleontologist listeners, keep on going out there. We know there's none, but hey, I believe in you.
we know there's none.
We know there's none, but if there are out there, we believe in you.
That's how it feels like in the computer science at my school. It's a straight up all men class in my class, and it's just like,
Dang, that's a terrible class.
yeah,
Why
it
did
really does suck. But I mean, if I were to take like medical terminology, it would be like a all female class.
I'll say I'm in a creative writing class and there's only like 3 or 4 guys in there and everyone else is a girl.
I was thinking about taking one of those female dominated classes just like for the females, but
Then you'd be the creep.
then you'd be the creep. Hey, why Trevor join dance? He can't even dance. The females.
That's not about the dancing.
It's not about the little tango. It's a different type of tango, if you know what I mean. But, yeah. But yeah, there's always gonna be female dominated and male dominated things in life. Back to like dinosaurs, mainly male dominated. Barbies, female dominated. Nursing, female dominated. Computer science, like I'm doing right now, male dominated.
I
It's
disagree.
just
And I mean, yep, no, I disagree on all those points. Everybody is allowed to like anything.
no. I'm just saying it's always gonna be female dominant. It's always gonna be majority female. That's pretty much what that means. It's going to be majority female or majority male. Not like everyone. Like it's not. I'm not saying there's no guy nurses there. There's no guy or no female computer
There is
programmers. Even though that's true. There is no female programmer. I'm joking. I'm joking. We had like 3 last year, but they didn't want to continue computer programming, so like they didn't make it to the next level of computer programming.
anyway, back to our topic on superheroes.
Yeah, back to superheroes. I felt like when I was younger, I love superheroes, and like I can't ever let that go. Like I still love superheroes. Like as a more grown person, I'm not an adult. I was about to say an adult. I as a more grown person, I'm 16, down to 16. We're all 16 here, like old men
Thanks for
now.
giving out my
We are
age.
boomers now. Yep, I think we've
Thanks.
talked about your age on the pod. I think I said happy birthday to you on one of the podcasts. Like back in
Thanks.
February, I think.
Mhm. Well, I'm the opposite. I love villains. I always think villains are cool. I don't know, it's just me, but isn't the villains always like the coolest character in any movie?
Yes,
That's
100%.
that, that's
A good villain makes the movie.
yes. That is true, and if it's a definitely a good villain, if you start agreeing with the villain in the movie,
Yes.
you're like, he's making some really good points. Why are we fighting him again? Who are we rooting for in this movie?
And I know you don't watch The Walking Dead, but
Mhm.
in the season 6 through present season 11, one
Spoiler
of the
warning for anybody, by the way.
spoiler warning, yes, one of the big characters is Negan, who is a villain, and his first episode, his very first episode that he joins the series, he kills 2 major characters that you loved since season 1 or like season 3 is when they came on, and you've loved them since then. And then he just comes on in season 6 and murders them both, and then you hate him. But JDM, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, somehow makes that villain lovable. So he's just so charismatic, and from the point where he killed my favorite characters, I'm just gonna say Glenn and Abraham. To yeah, spoiler warning, but you already had that. Um, I thought I would hate this guy for life, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan takes that role and he just makes it so real and makes it where like you like Negan and like at points you're rooting for him, especially since Negan has more recently had a arc where he's teamed up with our group, even though if he never did, that'd still be understandable because no one's the bad guy in their own story. If you look at it through his point of view, he was defending his people. Our group came in and killed like 20 something of his people, and of course, he killed two of ours. He gave us mercy. Again, Dino doesn't get any of this, what this means, but like, really, how well the actor plays the villain is also like a very big part of it is what I'm getting. JDM,
Yeah.
charismatic guy. Um, yeah, in pretty much any movie, it's as good as the villain. And like, it's not just the acting. Like, you can give an amazing A-list actor a horrible script, and the movie won't be good just because they're an A-list actor. There has to be good writing and a good actor for both. And writing's also, yeah, a
You
big part
kinda
of
need
a good
both
villain.
to drive a character, yeah. D you need the actor to give it their all, and the
God,
script actually needs to,
where's my OBS?
drag its weight as well.
21 minutes. Oh dear lord. 10-minute episode, guys. This is actually going to be a really short episode. I don't mean it in the normal fashion since. Yeah, I was actually being serious earlier. I really. Crap. We're already on like 21 minutes, Dino. Just
That's
talking about
right.
superheroes and stuff.
What happened to the villains? We gotta include them
Yeah, we
too
got we got
now.
we got to cover the villains. Let's go ahead and talk favorite villain. Let's go DC first. We'll start on the D. You know what? Let's just actually talk about DC versus Marvel real quick.
Uh-huh.
You got to give DC props. They have an amazing comics and amazing games. But
Yeah,
their
I love
movies right
I
now,
kinda like Marvel going to be honest, I have to side on Marvel. Movie-wise, Marvel, 100%.
yeah,
Uh,
100% movie wise goes to Marvel. They actually have everything planned out MCU wise, and like they only have like a few stragglers, which is like would be like the Sony universe, like Venom and like the older Spider-Mans. But like then again, they still managed to incorporate that into the main MCU, which is crazy. So that's like just crazy. I mean that's but then again, if we move over to DC's DCU DC universe, oh god, it's a train wreck over here at DC movie
yeah,
wise. Like
they just keep on making like, "Hey, what happens if we make this movie?"
yeah.
Doesn't have to connect, it just has to be a good movie. I mean, fair well, they were good movies, but I kinda like the connect I like the movies, like, someone's like, "Oh, that's what happens here,
Yeah, the connections are like a really big part of it. And, like
Mhm.
I like what they did with like Wonder Woman, Aquaman. They made them team up. Justice League. Even though our Batman never get a standalone feature for the DCU, which would be the Ben Affleck Batman, the ones in Justice League and like Batman versus Superman. He never actually got his standalone movie in any of this, but and
I don't
yet
know. Yeah, I never realized that. Yeah, you're right.
I never actually liked the Ben Affleck Superman or Ben Affleck Superman. There's Henry Cavill Superman. There's no other Superman. GG's Henry Cavill. I mean, like,
Be honest,
but
I actually never haven't seen it, so to be honest, I haven't actually really seen it, so
yeah, like in the Justice League, I don't like Ben Affleck's Batman. I'm sorry, but like Batman doesn't use guns and Batman doesn't kill people.
yeah,
Two things Ben
I
Affleck
know,
Batman
yeah,
does.
terrible.
Like I feel like that's just such a big part of Batman that like you can't just change that.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's I still love it. I love what they did with the new Flash. And I was actually really warming up to the new Flash after Justice League, and I was like ready for the Flash film. Even though, like at first I was like, no, I don't want this Flash. Bring back the Flash from the TV show. That's the Flash I want. But and then like they actually made me warm up to him. And then this son of a gun has to go get arrested for like I think what was it, assault?
Don't recall.
Like and then this actor, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, I was actually starting to warm up to your Flash, and they had to postpone Flash to like 2022 to like 2023, I believe, and I was
Oh,
like upset about that. Um, we can all
man, c'est la vie.
yeah, we can all
So,
agree that DC games will always
yeah,
dominate over Marvel
I do
games
agree, yeah.
because like
Don't know any good Marvel games except maybe the Spider-Man games, which are really good, the
yeah,
PS.
this Spider-Man, but like they're not really
Uh,
yeah,
but
I agree.
compared to the DC games, DC wins.
Mainly compared to Batman Arkham. The Batman Arkham series is
Yeah,
really hard to compete with. It's such a good series. But and I'm sorry Marvel, but you spitting out Marvel Avengers and really rushing that wasn't the best move. Like the Marvel Avengers game is bad. That's all I can say about it.
I haven't played it, so I can. It just looks bad. I will agree.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm like, and I'm excited for the new Justice League game coming out. Kill the Justice League. It's gonna be set in the Arkham universe, and it's gonna
Nice.
have Suicide Squad mainly, like Harley Quinn, Deadshot. Speaking of Deadshot, Will Smith, hot 10 years gone. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, but that's not we're not getting into the Will Smith stuff this episode. Any episode we're not getting into that. But Deadshot's gonna be in it. Captain Boomerang, mainly Suicide Squad focused, is gonna be in Kill the Justice League. And like, I wasn't really interested in it until I heard it was gonna be part of the Arkham universe, and that's like what made me interested because it. So like, I believe the main story is like Brainiac comes in and takes mind controls the Justice League, which is scary. And like, because can you like I we're always playing the games from like the superhero point of view. Could you imagine the point of view from the villains? Like they must be scared out of their pants. Like oh my god, imagine having to fight Superman. Like knowing he wants you dead. That's why I feel like this game is gonna be scary. And I hope they really go into that aspect of oh God, there's someone. They're the Justice League. They're the all powerful Justice League, and they are to be feared.
They've defeated us countless of times.
Yeah,
Woo.
and I really hope that's what they go into with it. Fear them, fear them a lot. 'Cause you should very much
They've
fear the
defeated us
Justice
countless
League.
of times. Yet this time they're actually gonna, go through and end us.
Yeah,
That'd be horrifying to know.
especially now that the Justice League is mind controlled by Brainiac. Meaning they don't have any of the moral
Yeah.
that they would have had when they were actual superheroes. Even when they were like actual superheroes not being mind controlled, that's still scary to be on the other end of them. It's like Batman, you ain't coming out of that hospital in good shape. I'm sorry, you're gonna be in a full body cast after you're done with Batman. Superman, you're probably not gonna live through that. Wonder Woman, again, full body cast if you live. But any of them. Flash? How are you gonna fight Flash? You can't. Cause
Don't.
he can like murder you within a split second.
Unless it's like Reverse Flash.
You're not Reverse Flash.
I am not Reverse Flash. You are correct.
Unfortunately, you are not Reverse Flash. So like you have nothing on any of these people. And that's really what I want from this game. To be like, you have nothing on these people. You should be scared. And it really should be a really hard game to play because like it's hard. It
Mhm.
would be hard to fight these people. But like I do like how we're gonna be the of the anti-heroes is actually what they're called.
Yeah.
So that would be Harley Quinn and all these people. They're anti-heroes, which means like they're not really heroes, but like they're villains, maybe ex-villains. Some of these villains
Wouldn't
like
that be anti-villain then?
not really. Harley Quinn, if you ever
Anti-villain.
Google Harley Quinn, it comes up as anti-hero. And like
Anti-villain's definition is that it's a villain, or what's it called? It's in the okay. If Harley Quinn was being an anti-hero, that would mean that they're a villain, but everybody supports them. An
Yeah.
anti-villain is a villain that
Anti When I think anti-villain, I'm gonna think more of Thanos or like Poison Ivy, because Thanos, he wants to help, and like
yeah,
same with
but
like Poison
nobody,
Ivy, she wants the ecosystem to be refurbished. She wants the plants to live. She wants the sewage to stop being. But like their intentions are good, but nobody supports them, and nobody is gonna help them, and everyone's actually fighting against them because the way they're pulling it out is bad. That's what I think when I think anti-villain. Like good intentions, bad execution.
kind of, kinda,
I feel
yeah.
like Thanos not really an anti-hero. He is a villain, or not anti-villain. I mean anti-villain. He is a villain, but when I think Poison Ivy, that's what I think anti-villain mainly, because the only reason like she kills people is because like they're doing something bad. They're like hurting the environment. But I actually gained a lot of respect for Poison Ivy after the Harley Quinn show and after Batman Arkham Knight, where she spoiler warning again if you haven't played Arkham Knight, where she sacrificed herself to save the whole city of Gotham from what you would call it, Scarecrow's poison, because like his poison fear toxin, because like she's immune to toxins, and she sacrificed herself to save everybody. And that's where like I see the anti-villain, maybe even anti-hero at that point, when she sacrificed herself to save all the people. That
Speaking
I
of
feel like she
Scarecrow
transfers a bit more into anti-hero at that point.
speaking of Scarecrow, I'd love to see Scarecrow in, like, live more of a or a good live action movie,
Yeah.
I would love to see Scarecrow, that'd be awesome.
Have we had
Especially
him in a live action movie yet? I think we had him in like one.
yeah, I think he was in one. Or if not, he's definitely in one of the Arkham games.
I don't remember. Yeah, he's definitely in the Arkham. Everyone's in the Arkham games. Calendar Man, Condiment King. I'm pretty sure makes an appearance, but like not like a major appearance. We don't talk about Condiment King. If you don't know who Condiment King is, good, because um oh god, I messed up. Um, I accidentally I didn't ever transfer back to the podcast chat. Like so they were just standing staring at the Riddler and Hannibal Lecter for the past 20 minutes. But we
Huh.
won't we won't talk about that. I mean, what are you missing out on? Our profile pictures popping up green every time we talk. That's all you're missing out on. Um, I believe Condiment King is also like. I want to see these wacky supervillains back. I'm posting him in No Mic right now. Um, he's a DC villain. Have you heard of Condiment King?
I'm like a decent. Uh, no, I've never heard of that. No.
Well, he's like more of a joke supervillain, and he's definitely like it's funny when he comes on. Kind of like Kite Man. You know
I
who
want
Kite
to
Man
see
is.
him. I want to see him in a live.
You want to see? I
Live.
want to see him too.
Yeah.
Basically, he controls condiments and he like robs banks with that. Like they need to take in some of the aspect of some of these joke characters, these one-off characters.
I think they did that for the Suicide Squad.
Uh,
They did a pretty
yeah, they
good job. Oh,
did.
the second Suicide Squad. I mean,
Yeah, the
they did.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, they did a
Um,
really good job in that movie.
they took a lot of joke characters. I agree. They
And
really did
made
my boy the Weasel bad.
it.
Like I
For
feel
those
like
who
he
haven't
could have
seen it,
carried that
spoiler
movie.
warning. Well, not really spoiler warning. It happens in the first second, but they killed off my man the Weasel in the
Well,
first
actually, you
second.
remember the end credit scene? Have you ever watched the end credit scene?
I have actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. He survived, but
He gets up
I
and
was really
survives,
hoping to
and
see him
like
more in the movie.
I was screaming when I saw that. Like, yes, go Weasel, because like he was my favorite character so far.
He is the best character. I kind of hated the movie for a while until I was like, and then got the sense, and I was like, it's a good movie. I was just mad that the Weasel died.
Yeah, Peacemaker, dude. I see
Uh,
all these like videos about like they made Peacemaker bad, and bro, Peacemaker had like two images in the comic ever, and they chose like a really small person just so they could do whatever they want with them. And like all the content they had from the comics was like, he kills people for he'll kill whoever he has to for peace, pretty much. And they went off that concept, but there were so many people saying, "Hey, y'all did him bad from the comics. He was so much better in the comics." But these are people who's never actually read the comics because he was never really in the comics. And it really makes me mad when people talk about that stuff when like they really have no uh
Okay.
they don't know what they're talking about.
Mhm.
But speaking of Peacemaker, I love how they expanded on the Amanda Waller, I think her last name is. Because like even in the comics, she was like such a anti I don't even know what she is. I feel like she's more of an anti-villain. No, she
Anti-villain.
no, never mind. No, she's a villain. She's straight up a villain. Amanda
The
Waller.
devil.
She exactly. She is a villain. And what is it? Project X, I believe it's called. The Suicide Squad. Um, that's like the only good thing she's ever done. Project X. And I'm pretty sure she did it for a bad reason as well. Like, as you see in the Suicide Squad, she was willing to sacrifice almost everybody, including Harley Quinn and Colonel Rick Flag, for just to find this information and to conceal it. Because if you don't realize, the whole Team A, you know, Captain Boomerang, everyone who died at the beginning of the Suicide Squad, everyone there was supposed to die. And she knew this. And that it's just to happen that Harley Quinn happened to survive. Rick Flag happened to survive. They had plot armor, but we won't talk about that. They just happened to survive. But like she had full intention that they were both gonna die.
Mhm.
And they were a decoy, and that's why she sent the Team B. But she is a villain, straight up villain, and I believe she's dead. Is she dead? I don't remember. I think she might have died in Peacemaker.
For them knocking her out.
No, she didn't die. But her daughter, and okay, Peacemaker warning. If you've never watched Peacemaker, I don't think Donald's will ever watch the Peacemaker series. Have
I
you?
don't.
You don't care about spoilers?
No.
Well, in the finale of Peacemaker, Amanda Waller's daughter comes out telling everyone about Project X and Amanda Waller's cruel intentions. Her own daughter exposed her, and I feel like I guess that's a good ending for her, but I really feel like she should have died for what she did. She is an evil person. She's killed so many people.
Well, it's wrong to say they deserve to die. Think about it. Batman doesn't kill anybody.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve to die. I'm gonna quote Peacemaker
That's
here. Think of how
so
many
hard.
people Batman has non-directly killed by not killing these villains. Think
That
about
is
it. He takes them to asylum where they break out, kill a bunch more people. He takes them back, they break out, kill a bunch more people. If he would have killed them in the first place, maybe a lot of people would still be alive. But that's just a theory proposed by
the
Peacemaker.
world.
Think of how many people Batman's indirectly killed by not killing. And it's crazy to think about, but it's also he's got a point. Like, but yeah, I wish I not, but like I believe didn't Batman make it a I believe Batman made it a rule in the Justice League that you cannot kill, and yeah, that was a rule, a major rule he made when he assembled the Justice League. And I've seen this one comic circling around. I haven't gotten a chance to read it, but it's where they kicked Batman out of the Justice League. And it really was confusing to me. Like, how do you kick Batman out of the Justice League? He owns the Justice League. but I haven't read that comic, so I'm not in my point. I'm not in my power to give my opinion on it because, unlike everyone, aka the Peacemaker, I'm not gonna give my opinion about something I don't know. Gotham if Batman just killed the Joker. Yeah, they would be so advanced. Yeah, he's killed. Yeah, it's crazy. That was funny, and that threw me off. Um, there's a few other big villains that they're having trouble putting in the movies that I would love to see. One of them being Mr. Freeze.
That'd be cool.
I get he's a pretty difficult character to try to incorporate into the movie, but he would be an amazing guy to just see in the movie.
I know they made a movie with him a while back, but I think it'd be cool to see in like the grittier sense anyway.
Yeah, because
It'd be
he
awesome.
is actually like a dark character.
He's awesome. I'm really curious what they would do to make like do to him
And
in that sense. They're actually thinking about putting him in the next movie anyway, Mr. Freeze.
the next The Batman movie
Yeah,
with like Robert Pattinson.
yeah, that's their. I remember that. I don't remember where they said this, but they're saying they were asking like people, what villains would you like to see in the next Batman, like, and that would make a really cool tone, and then he includes, for example, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, so they've thought about obviously doing Mr. Freeze, and I think that would be awesome if they would.
obviously they have to do the Joker, but because they already announced they're doing the Joker and he was in the last post credit scene,
I
and I
would
really wish they would have
prefer
left
if
him
they
alone.
waited with the Joker.
Yeah, they
I would
should have
prefer
waited a couple movies, like maybe a movie three, make it a trilogy. Trilogies
yeah.
go down well. He could have been like the big final boss,
Exactly.
but like
Yeah, I think they should have waited for
I,
Joker.
the reason I think Mr. Freeze should be added is he has reason. He's one of the villains with the reasons behind what he's doing. He's trying to find a cure for his wife, and he froze his wife, and he's trying to find a cure for her
That
cancer, her terminal cancer, and that's the reason he does everything he does. Unlike somebody, Joker, who's just a psychopath and just kills to
he had a
kill.
reason in the movie somewhat. He was just jealous, I guess.
Joker?
Well, yeah, he in the movie anyway, he had a reason.
Yeah, in comics, he kills because he's psycho. He
Exactly.
kills
In the
to
comics,
kill. He
he doesn't have a
kills because
reason.
he wants to be a menace. And like,
He's like,
honestly,
hey, I
you
could be a perfect villain.
you have to respect that. He kill like you have to respect the fact that all he wants is to cause destruction. He doesn't want anything for himself except for like the satisfaction of everything going to crap. But
The most scariest of villain, okay, either both scariest villains are the psychological ones that mess with your mind. And my second thing is the villains who don't have a goal.
yeah.
Their goal is literally just like they don't have what's it called? They're not doing it because they're doing it for something else. Their goal is just to cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah. And
Those are the villain. Those are even people that you should be scared of.
those are the
Not
people
the
who
ones
cause the most danger because
is the ones who don't have the end their end goal. Their goal is just cause
yeah,
chaos.
you can't reason with them if they have
No,
nothing to reason with.
exactly. You can't be like, "Hey, I can help you with this and this and this." No, their goal is just to cause chaos.
Exactly. Their goal is
I
having
gotta
no
respect.
goals,
It's
and
pretty cool.
that's respectable. That is crazy. And that's what makes Joker such a phenomenal villain. But
They did it really good in that the Dark Knight movie. He had a
yes,
reason, but they did it, and I will say they did a phenomenal job. But it is still in the comics wise, it's still the idea of just chaos is still
yeah, because he has
good
no
enough.
boundaries.
Yeah,
He'll kill babies. He'll kill old ladies. He'll kill everybody. He'll kill
yeah,
his own. Like take Harley Quinn for example. It took her years to find out he didn't really care about her. But it's nothing personal either. He doesn't care about anyone. And that's something to think about. There's nobody he cares about. And if you've ever seen one of the comics, it's either he has to save Harley Quinn or he has to save the Batman, right? Guess who he
Um,
saves?
I'm assuming the Batman.
He saves the Batman, the guy he's trying to fight for all this time, because he doesn't want Batman dead. He's not doing this to destroy the Batman. He's doing this to play with the Batman. And you see that in the storyline of Injustice. He got tired of being defeated by the Batman over and over again, so he tried, in his own words, he tried the game in easy mode, and he fought with Superman. And that ended up causing the world to be pretty much destroyed, and he killed himself, but he caused the whole world to go into destruction. He caused Superman to go on to a mental breakdown and become a tyrant. And that really shows you what destruction he can cause. And that also shows you the power Batman has over Superman, psychological wise. Because, yeah. But Batman, his reasoning for not killing is, what's his reason? His reason is like, if I kill, I can never come back from that, right? Like, he can't stop killing once he starts. And he knows that. He knows that he's fricked up.
Yeah.
When I remember once when he was talking to Wonder Woman in the comics, he said, she asked him if he thinks he's deserving of love. And he said that, like, and like she was kind of hitting on him. And the reason he denied her is because he said she was a Amazonian princess, and he's a rich boy with serious mental problems. He described himself as a rich boy with serious mental problems, and he understands that, like, he's messed up. And like, I'm sorry for any major Batman fans who like don't want to accept it. Batman is psychologically messed up. It's true. He accepts it, and like, he knows that he's messed up mentally. And if you ever watched the end of Arkham Knight, whether you watch videos or played the game yourself, gets infected with the Joker toxin, and he starts to become that psychological Joker. Maybe in my mind, he's becoming the same Joker that when he got infected with the Joker toxin in the comics, he became the Batman who laughs. I feel like he was headed down the same way with the Arkham. He was, and if you ever watch the end credits of Arkham Knight, I think that Batman is the Batman who laughs. I just now realized that. Put one and one together. That Batman looks exactly like the Batman who laughs. And I feel like in Arkham Knight, that's where he was headed. He was infected with the Joker toxin, and the Batman who laughs, in Batman's own words again, is a Batman without any moral compass. And that's far more dangerous than Batman. And that is what leads him to like be that scary. So Batman's created a safe fall for anyone in the Justice League. And not many people know this, but like, he did one for himself too. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, he created the Justice League in case he goes insane. But that's not true. He says this in the comics too. His protocol is the Bat family. So like Nightwing, Robin, Tim Drake, Robin, Damian Wayne, Robin. They're both Robin, but when I say Robin, I mean both of them. Jason Todd, not really Robin anymore. Rest in peace, my boy Jason Todd. Eventually becomes the Red Hood, but Batgirl, Batwoman, all those people he created in case he goes insane. He taught all these people to have the same morals he does. Batgirl being Barbara Gordon, Nightwing being,
Batman's just a legend.
huh?
said overall, Batman's just a legend.
He is.
Oh,
He's a great guy. Not sorry, he's not a great guy, but he is a legend. Um, yeah, but it, he is quite intelligent, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's just some rich guy who just like bought a suit and like bought stuff." But no, he's an excellent battle strategist. He's a martial arts expert. He's like, I'm pretty sure he reviewed every Sun Tzu line there is in the art of war, because he knows how to strategize.
he probably read it like 5 times.
In Injustice, we figured out that he placed a hacking software on Cyborg the very day he met Cyborg. Like, that is how prepared this guy is. And it's crazy. But yeah. Oh god, I just looked at the time. We're going on 50 minutes. Short episode, Dino. This is gonna be a short one, Dino.
We must be just really good at doing podcasts, I guess.
I mean, this is a very fun topic, and it's a very big topic to talk on. And I feel like we could even do a part two once we get past this. Not soon, but maybe in a few months. We could do a part two on superheroes and supervillains. But like, it's a topic. There's just so much to talk about that you can't fit it into one short 10-minute podcast like I try to do. We're going on 50 minutes now, and like I still have so much to say. I'm pretty sure Dino has a lot to say about superheroes too.
Yeah, I have a lot about to say about the villains part side of it anyway. But
Yeah, I feel like
it's
I
probably
talk
the
too
end
much.
of the
Yeah, I talk too much in this podcast. I feel like Dino didn't get that many words out. Poor Dino. I mean, he got a lot of words out when you think about it from the big picture. Maybe like good 500-600 words, but like it's a 50-minute podcast, so like majority of the podcast was me, but he still talked a lot for the average podcast. We both talk a lot, but that's what makes the podcast a podcast.
We both are very we're both annoying, so it's a good that's how you tell it's
Yeah,
a good podcast. We're both
we're
annoying.
both quite menaces in our own rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you think we talk a lot here.
yeah, I feel, and also I feel like it's kind of good that we got episodes 1 through 9 deleted, not deleted but unlisted, because like I feel like it took us those episodes to like really get out of our comfort zone and actually talk a lot on a podcast. So if you ever go on Spotify and listen to any of my early my I'm so fucking narcissist in our earlier podcast episodes, you'll see that there's a lot more quiet breaks than there is now, and it's just practice. Once you practice a little bit and you become more comfortable talking, it's far better. But like if you ever watch that, it's really hard to watch because like there's less talking, there's a lot of awkward silences. You can really tell that we're not thinking through what we're saying, and by that I mean like I say it without thinking here, but like we're not like, there's nothing behind what we say there. We're just talking to talk. But like now we actually like are more comfortable conversing our opinions on things. And I feel like that's a big part of the podcast, conversing your opinion without fear of having a different opinion than others. And that's a really good part of the podcast, and I'm happy that Dano and I have been able to rise to this point in ourselves, and like, because I feel like not only will this help us be better podcasters, but I feel like this would help us be better at communicating with other people in real life, as well as making even like YouTube videos, because we can just expand on such topics with little context. Like we started this with superheroes. That's all we had. One word, superheroes. And we expanded
Ended
that.
up talking for 50 minutes.
Yeah, and we've expanded that in now 55 minutes about. And like I should probably end this before we reach an hour, because this would be our second podcast to reach an hour.
Yeah, we definitely
You know, but yeah, I'm really happy that we have came this long way, and I want to thank y'all for the like 2 or 3 viewers that actually like keep reoccurring. Thank you for watching the podcast. I mean, like, we really do work hard on this podcast. That's not true. We only talk about like an hour a day, but we do like put a lot of time and thought into like during the episodes, like we spend an hour of our day. I spend like an hour afterwards fixing the episode, getting it ready to writing. Wait, what do you mean? I don't write it. I don't write it. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't continue that, Trevor. I spend a lot of time with everything, but it's really surprising how far we made it without Pathless today. Like, I'm actually genuinely surprised right now because I thought, oh, Pathless is not here. There's going to be less content to talk about, less people, less ideas, less opinions. But I'm happy we did make it this long, and I was going to improvise today, and I did. This is all improvisation. I didn't. Some of the, some of the other podcasts we have scripts and stuff, and like questions we need to ask. This podcast had none of that. We didn't write anything before it. I mean, like Dino was in. Like I randomly pinged the other ones, and Dino got on, and then 15 minutes later I got on. And when I got on, I had no idea what we were gonna talk about until I was talking to Dino, because like I made it. There's a joke in Dino's server. He posted a picture of a lizard, and I said, "Eat it. It gives you superpowers." And I posted the lizard, the comic version of the lizard from the Spider-Man series, and that's what like. And then like he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat the lizard," and I'm like, "Oh, I was wondering if you saw it." And then that's what sparked all of this. So thank you, Dino, for posting that one picture of the lizard. You are,
I totally meant to post that picture
yeah,
and have this amazing topic for today.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dino. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, it's crazy how that stuff works. And ooh, I really want to make that into its own episode. The concept of the butterfly effect.
That'd be awesome.
Cause like Dino, I've talked to Dino one on one about the butterfly effect before. I'm pretty sure, and it's
Yeah.
just an amazing topic to talk about. And like, it's just amazing. Not even topic, the concept of the butterfly effect. It's just bizarre. And
Uh, I'll tell you about the story. I'll tell you guys about. Let's not get into this much, because I'll talk. I want to talk about that if we whenever we do that episode. But yeah, we'll just save that topic for another time. But yeah, I have a cool thing about that. But
yeah, I have some cool things. I would love to talk about some
don't
games.
talk about them now yet.
I'm just gonna mention some reference points that I'm gonna talk about. One, the movie, The Butterfly Effect. The first one. The second one sucks.
have you have you read The Sound of Thunder?
I have not gotten to it yet. I might read it before the next podcast, just because
It's a
you
good
mentioned
book.
that.
Trust me.
I'll go.
It's a good
I'll
book.
try. I'll try to read it in my free time. I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about the PS4 game Until Dawn. I would also like to talk about this new game. I think it's called like, oh god, what's it called? It's like the val. It's not the valley, but like the it's the Until Dawn.
I don't recall.
Until Dawn people made it, and like it's like the new. Let's see. Developer Supermassive Entertainment. Um, it is called. Oh dear. Sorry. Let me go to news real quick. It's a really big game. I just like I got the video for it on YouTube. The Quarry. It's called The Quarry, and if that game's out by then, I don't think it will be because it's gonna come out in like maybe like a year. So I mean, well, not a year, but like it'll come out in a few months. But if the game is out by then, I will definitely talk about it. I remember seeing that on YouTube. I was watching YouTube on the Xbox, and like I didn't skip it because like I'm like, oh my god, that looks like Until Dawn. And then I figured out it's called The Quarry, and I'm like, huh? This looks exactly like Until Dawn. And I googled it, and it was made by the same developers, and it's gonna be the same concept of Until Dawn. And if you've never played Until Dawn, the concept is the butterfly effect, and that's why I'm really interested in this game. It sucks it's PS5, PS4 only because I use Xbox, but I'll definitely try to see if my brother ever buys it. I will play it on his PS5 for sure. And
Played it, but it sounds pretty cool. Especially since I love the butterfly effect. I love the
dude,
concept.
it's amazing. Have you ever seen any videos on the Until Dawn?
No, I haven't. So
It's a butterfly
that's what I'm
effect
gonna be
game,
researching tonight, I guess.
and it was my very first story mode game I ever played. Like from what I can remember, because I played it back in 2014 on my brother's PS4, and I was like so young. He was still in his old bedroom, and I remember that playing that game, and it really did something to me, to the point where like last Christmas, no, not last Christmas, last summer, yeah, last summer, I ended up replaying the game when I came to visit him, and I ended up completing the game 100%, and it was still as good as it was back in 2014. And I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried to look it up yet. It's a really fun game. I believe Jacksepticeye's played it, Markiplier's played it, PewDiePie I think might have played it, but a lot of people have played it, and I definitely recommend you going to and watching their playthrough. It's a bit scuffed when you look at it now, like the motion capture, because it was 2014. But for 2014, it was pretty advanced, and it was pretty amazing. And it was really to show the extent of the DualShock controller for the PS4. That was like the main concept behind the game. Like, show what the PS4 can do. And it did it pretty well. And the game itself was really good. But the game is really easy too. It was like 6 hours long. It was really easy to beat. And I probably played the full game through 20 to 25 times now. Trust me, I played it a crap ton to 100% it. Maybe not 25, maybe like 10 to 12 times. And I played through the whole game because like the one thing I'm kind of mad about that game is like to get the different endings. Welcome to the butterfly effect. You have to go to the very first thing in the game where like you made one move. You gotta play through the whole game again. That's like the only thing I don't like about it, because it is the butterfly effect, and that one tiny move can mess up the rest of the game. But I'm not gonna get into the game. I should not be talking about this game until we actually cover the concept on that
I
thing.
know. I already told you about
You
that.
told me and you warned me, and yet I still talked about it. Oh my god, I suck. Okay, but so we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast. We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes long. Wow, 62 minutes. Congrats, Dino.
We did a thing.
We did it. We made it, Dino.
Let's go.
And
All
like,
right.
okay, so let's kind of end this off. Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of the Other Ones podcast. We're gonna go ahead and end it off now. Thank you for. 1 sec. 2 minutes. Sorry, my father's already trying to kick me out. Thank you for watching. We're on Spotify and YouTube, so if you're either one, go vice versa. Go watch it there, because we need the views. Go follow us. Either way, go subscribe, like the video, and thank you for watching. TrevorBear123 signing out, as well as Dinosaur Man. He's also signing out. Is that right, Dino?
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.